people are hurting in this country. And I'm not just talking about people living in deep poverty, though obviously poverty is a moral crime. I'm talking about people who they've got a job but they can't really afford housing. Or you've got couples that have jobs and decent incomes, but they can't afford to start a family because childcare is so expensive in this family. And by the way, our parental leave policies stink, right?
Yep.
Or people who can't afford health care. And by the way, on January 1st, lots of people's healthcare premiums went through the roof because of the Republicans in Congress. And I think people are looking around and saying, now how is it that we as a country are so wealthy and yet so many of us, not 5% or 10%, but 50, 60, 70% are living right on the edge, are one broken down car and expensive payment away from just not being able to make it? And I think there's an answer to that question, by the way. I think we've seen for 50 years, corporations have gotten bigger, they've consolidated, they've got this kind of near monopoly power across the economy. Labor unions have shrunk, right? And so the dial of power has shifted from workers to corporations, from consumers to corporations. And the result is lots of us can't make it or can barely make it or are living right near the edge. I think Democrats need to have an answer for that. What are we going to do? How are we going to enforce antitrust laws, which, by the way, are already on the books to break up big corporations and to halt this rise in corporate power? What are we going to do to rebuild a strong labor movement so that workers actually have power in the marketplace and in the workplace? And there are good policy answers to these questions, which is the good news. But I think as a party, we need to tell that story more clearly so that people who are just living life and trying to figure out why they can't afford a home understand that voting for Democrats is the answer to that problem.